Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rayhan, and today I'm gonna talk about my favorite things. Well, there is a lot of favorite things that I like, or maybe stuff, you know. Okay, there. How do I start this? My favorite things are a lot of things, like especially in like hobbies or foods, all those differentiate. So I'm gonna talk about my favorite things about food, or I could say my favorite foods. Well, it's really simple. I really love three things in foods. It's pizza, sushi, and burger. Now, I know, it sounds really expensive, but if I have the chance to buy it or, eat it, I really gonna enjoy the time, and I'm gonna spend like I can even like eat it for like an hour, or, you know, just to enjoy it. The reason why I love sushi and why it's one of my favorite food, because first of all, it's really healthy. It's really delicious. It's healthy, and it's not like a fast food too. It's a healthy food, but you get rice and fish in it, like salmon and tuna, or maybe other like type of sushis, which is really great. There's a lot of variation of sushi. If you want to like the shrimp, you got that too. You want some salmon and tuna, you got that too, which is really amazing. And the taste, it's so perfect. I don't know how they managed to perfect it, like those, taste, but it is so delicious, and that's probably my number one food. But I mean, I love Japanese food. Everything about Japanese food, I love it. But I don't know why sushi is number one. I love ramen, udon, and many other food like beef bowl rice, kamameshi. I love those stuff. But sushi is number one because it's really delicious for me, and it's my favorite Japanese food of all time. Now, moving on to the next favorite food is pizza. Now, let's be real here. Everybody loves pizza. Even if you don't know what it is, if you taste it, you're gonna be loving it. The reason why I love pizza is because I don't know. The touch, like, it has like a delicious touch in it, and I'm really sorry, I'm kidding. But it's really like it's simple. It's like a round thing. I don't know, like a round slice, and you can just slice it and take it. And I don't know why it's so delicious. I mean, it is delicious, but I don't know why I really love it. If I have a lot of money, I will spend most of them on pizza too, because it's really nice, and I really love the taste of pizza. The cheese, the mushrooms, the pepperoni and stuff. When it was mixed together, it feels really nice, and it tastes really good. And then after that, finally, it's burger. Now, the reason why I put burger in last, because I really love burger. But why I put it last? Because it's a burger, like it is special. Okay, all right. Don't get me wrong here. Burger is really nice. I really love burger. Everybody loves burger. Most of them are expensive. Most of them are cheap. Everyone can buy it. Even in like a grocery store, you can actually buy it too, which is really nice. It's simple. You just put a meat on top of bread. Like a sandwich basically. But still, if you go to like restaurants of fast food, you know, a fast food store, then you can actually eat it too, and it tastes really good too. So yeah. All right. Next thing is my favorite hobbies. Does it consider a favorite for like hobbies? All right, but you know what? I'm gonna add it. My favorite hobbies. First of all, of course, for the boys, it's playing games. Playing games is my favorite thing. I grew up playing games. I When I was a kid, I already played games in PlayStation One, and it was really nice. It was a really fun experience. And growing up, I always loved playing video games, whatever it is. Most of them are like story games. I and sometimes I play competitive. I also play other stuff. Like maybe RPG game, role playing games, and yeah, I think that's it for games. I'm gonna tell my favorite games after this. And next, my next favorite hobby is drawing. Yeah, I really love drawing too. I really love drawing like cartoon characters back then. Growing up too, I watched a lot of animes, and I really love to draw anime characters, and I really loved it. And yeah, I'm also really love anime, and that's what gonna be my next point, which is my third favorite hobby is watching anime. When I was a kid, like when I was a kid, I already grew up watching anime because of my dad, because my dad watched Dragon Ball, and it's his favorite anime and manga. And after that, and after that, like we actually watched it together. Spending time together with watching Dragon Ball every morning. It was really nice, and it was such an experience. All right, and finally, let's sums it up with the final favorite things that I like, which is my favorite game. My favorite game is, I'm just gonna make it like three lists because I really like just making it three because if there's a lot, there's not gonna be my favorite. I mean, yeah, all right, it's gonna be a common thing. But anyway, all right, my third favorite hobby is gonna be my favorite video games, which is first of all it's Final Fantasy. So if you don't know Final Fantasy, it's basically an RPG game. I grew up with it because my mom watched like one of the movies in Final Fantasy, and yeah, and she really loved the characters whose name Cloud. And back then I was like, whoa, this is kind of cool, and I started exploring it, and turns out it was a game. I played the game, and it was like, and I was like, whoa, this is really nice, and I really like it. And the story, like it was really great. It's a Japanese game, which is really nice. And then yeah, and then growing up, I continue all the series of the game too until Final Fantasy 15. And Final Fantasy 15 is my favorite game of all time, I think. But yeah, and the next one game is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact was like a huge part during my time in quarantine, and it was really nice to play that game. It was really amazing. Like I really love the gameplay, the combat style. The characters are really good. I really love them, and till this day, I'm still playing it. And yeah, I would really wish to get more characters probably, or I'm really hoping to get the community to get better too. And I really wish they're gonna be, like they're gonna add more updated in the game too. But yeah. And then finally, my favorite game is, I know this is gonna be sound a little bit harsh, but it's Grand Theft Auto, or we could say it GTA. Now, I know it's really uncommon, but yeah, I grew up playing GTA, and it's a little bit violence, but at the same time, when you just explore the world, it's really aesthetic and it's really beautiful. And I still remember when back then when I play GTA until now, actually, I just love to exploring. I don't want to do some chaotic things in the game, but yeah, just roaming around the world in that game, it felt amazing, and I really really love it. It's just so aesthetic. It's beautiful. The characters are really cool, and yeah. So I think that's it for my favorite things. There are three of my favorite things that I really love to mention. I mean, yeah, that's what I love to mention. Basically, first of all, is food, uh, hobbies, and games. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for hearing me out. So, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And I'll see y'all later.